Welcome to all. In this lecture, we are going to derive the mathematical expression for thermal conductivity. First, we see the definition. Thermal means heat. Thermal conductivity means ability of the metal to conduct heat energy is called thermal conductivity. Another definition for thermal conductivity is amount of heat flowing per unit time through unit area of cross section per unit temperature gradient. Mathematically, it is written as K equal to Q, amount of heat flowing per unit time through unit area of cross section per unit temperature gradient. Temperature gradient means change of temperature with respect to distance. Variation of temperature with respect to distance. That is called temperature gradient. Okay. If the time t and area A is 1 unit, this equation becomes K equal to Q into dt by dx. If we rearrange this equation, we will get the equation for amount of heat energy conducted. That is Q equal to, if we are rearranging this equation, we will get this one. That is Q equal to K into dt by dx. Now, let us see the derivation part of thermal conductivity. Consider a metal piece. It has two cross-sectional area, cross-section A and another cross-section B. Now the heat is applied at the end A. The temperature at the cross-section A is T. The temperature at the cross-section B is T minus Tt. Now the heat is transferred from cross-section A to cross-section B. So the temperature at the cross-section A is T. Temperature at the cross-section B is T minus dt. The distance between the two cross-section is lambda. Let n is the number of electron, v is the velocity of electron. We know the general expression for kinetic energy. In terms of velocity, kinetic energy of any particle is half mv square. Kinetic energy in terms of temperature of system is 3 by 2 k into T, where k is Boltzmann constant, T is the temperature of system. Here we are writing kinetic energy of electron at the cross section A is 3 by 2 into K into T, where T is temperature at the cross section A. Similarly, we are writing kinetic energy of electron at the cross section B, 3 by 2 into K into T minus Tt. This T minus dt is temperature at the cross section B. Now, we want to calculate excess of kinetic energy carried by an electron from A to B. If we want excess of kinetic energy means we need to subtract equation 2 from equation 1. That is, we are subtracting what we are get 3 by 2 kt minus 3 by 2 kt plus minus minus plus 3 by 2 k into dt. So these two terms getting cancelled. Finally, we are getting 3 by 2 k into dt. Okay. Each electron when transferred from cross section A to B carries this much amount of energy, that is 3 by 2 k into dt. But we want to write total number of electrons crossing per unit area per unit time from A to B, which is n small v divided by 6. N is number of electrons, small v is velocity of electron. Here this expression is derived from coordination system concept. That is, there are 6 coordinates, 3 position coordinates, 3 momentum coordinates. Here movement of electron is allowed only in one direction. By using that concept, this expression is derived, that is n v divided by 6. Here you can directly write this expression. Total number of electron crossing across unit area for unit time from A to B is NV by 6. Here you need not derive this equation. Okay. Next, we know each electron carrying 3 by 2 K into dt energy when it transfer from A to B. We know total number of electron transfer from A to B for unit time for unit area of cross section is 1 by 6 into N into V. Now, the total excess of energy carried by electron per unit area per unit time from A to B is this much number of electron into energy. This is the total excess energy carried by electron when it transfer from A to B. If you multiply these two equations, what we are getting? 1 by 4 into N small v K into dt. Equation 4 represents excess of energy transfer from cross section A to cross section B per unit time per unit area of cross section. Whenever we are saying the energy transfer is from hot end to cold end, that energy transfer is called excess of energy. Whenever we are calculating energy transfer from cold end to hot end, that is cross section B to A, if we calculate energy transfer from cross section B to A, that energy is called deficient energy, deficient of energy. Okay, now we have calculated energy transfer from A, cross section A to B, that is excess energy we have calculated. Similarly, we need to calculate deficient of energy carried by the electron from B to A per unit time per unit area of cross section. If we follow the same procedure, what we are getting is minus 1 by 4 into NVK into dt. So this deficient of energy, this will be a negative energy. If you follow the same procedure, you will get this equation. So this deficient of energy is the negative energy. Okay. Yeah. Now some amount of energy is transferred from hot end to cold end. That is cross section A to B. Another some amount of energy is transferred from cross section B to A. But actually the net amount of energy must be transferred from hot end to cold end. We are calculating the net amount of energy transfer from A to B per unit time per unit area of cross section. What we will do now, if we want net amount of energy transfer from A to B per unit time per unit area, we need to subtract the deficient of energy from excess energy. That is 1 by 4 NVK dt minus deficient energy. So this minus become plus. Here we are adding 1 by 4 NVK dt plus 1 by 4 NVK dt. What we are getting? 1 by 2 NVK into dt. This is the net amount of energy transfer from A to B per unit time per unit area of cross section. This is equation number 6. In the definition itself, we saw this equation Q equal to K into dt by dx, where dt is temperature difference, dx is the distance. Here the temperature difference between the two cross section is dt. Here the distance between the two cross section is lambda. So instead of dx, here we are writing lambda. This is the formula. Okay. In this equation, we are substituting the q value. We have derived the q value already. So we are substituting this q value here. What we are getting? 1 by 2 NV K dt equal to K into dt by lambda. If we simplify this equation, we are getting capital K. This capital K is thermal conductivity. Capital K equal to half NV small k into lambda. Here N is number of electron, V is velocity of electrons, small k is Boltzmann constant, lambda is distance between the two planes. Here we are having 2k, small k and capital K. We should differentiate both the k's here. In this equation, we are getting mathematical expression for thermal conductivity of metal. Here we are writing this thermal conductivity equation in terms of velocity and collision time. That is, we are replacing this lambda. For that, what we are doing, we know collision time is tau. Here relaxation time and collision time is equal because it is metal. So this collision time equal to mean free path by velocity. We know this formula already. So lambda equal to collision time into velocity. So now we have the value for lambda. Lambda equal to collision time into velocity. We are replacing this lambda value, that is tau into V. So now what equation finally we are getting? K equal to half into n small v small k tau into small v. So finally what we are getting? Capital K equal to half into n v square small k tau, where n is number of electron, v is velocity of electron, small k Boltzmann constant, tau is collision time. This is the final expression for thermal conductivity of metal. Next, let us see Weidmann-Franz law. Already in the previous class itself, we saw the definition, that is, it is the ratio of thermal conductivity to electrical conductivity is proportional to temperature. Or this proportionality factor is replaced by introducing a proportionality constant L. That constant is called Lorentz number. Its value is 2.44 into 10 power minus 8. This is the typical value. Okay, this statement, Weidmann-Franz law states that ratio of thermal conductivity to electrical conductivity equal to L into T. Here we are seeing the proof for this statement. Already we have derived the expression for K. K equal to half n v square K into tau. Already we know the expression for sigma. Sigma equal to n e square tau by m. Here we are substituting these two expression for K and sigma in this equation. So what we are getting, this is the K value, this one is sigma value. If you simplify, what we are getting, K by sigma equal to half m v square small k into E square. We know that kinetic energy of an electron of mv square, which must be equal to 3 by 2 small k into T. So now we are replacing this of mv square by 3 by 2 kt. What we are getting, K by sigma equal to 3 by 2 kt into the small k by E square. What we are getting, 3 by 2 k square by E square into T. So K by sigma equal to this 3 by 2 k square by E square into T. This is constant L. Its value is 3 by 2 k square by E square. If we substitute the value for small k and E, we will get the typical value for Lorentz number. Next one, Lorentz number. This is 2 more question. It states that the ratio of thermal conductivity of metal to product of electrical conductivity into temperature of system is a constant. It is known as Lorentz number. This is a 2 more question.